to start working, what we need to do is, first thing what we need to do is we have to install the web3. So installing the web3 or any package like how we do with the normal Python, we can do it with Google Colab also. So if you take Google Colab, I told you it is very powerful IDE. It is a cloud IDE. That is one thing. Second thing is whatever the programs you type, they are IPNB files. IPNB files, and IPNB means it is Python notebook. It is a Python notebook, and the important thing is along with Python code, you can mix the document. So that is one more greatest advantage of Colab. So I can say here I can have a documentation. I can say here this is a smart contract. Smart contract. Contract deployment in Ethereum using Python. This is my main heading. So I can create a heading which will be easy to manage. So if I have some documentation, it is easy to manage. So this is Web3. I can say next Web3. Web3 is subheading in a main heading when I take two hashes. So here I can say installation. If I take 3 hashes, it is third level header. So installation. So this way I can mix the document when I want to hide this. When I take the higher level header, if I click on this, it will be expanded. Otherwise, I can shrink it. So that's how we do it. Now we can write code here, whatever code we want. So it is the Google Colab is very powerful IDE, not only for blockchain you can use it for actually even for machine learning related projects, data science related projects. Wherever Python is used, you can use this, but especially there are packages for data science and machine learning built in, they are available. So if I want to work with this, I have to connect it. So I'm connecting here. So this another advantage of this is your files will be stored in Google Drive. So you need not store, you need not search for them. Go to Google Drive with this name. So whatever title you are giving with this name, there will be a file stored in your Google Drive. And one more advantage is you will be given with actually 7.77 12 GB of RAM is given to you. Because it's a cloud server, cloud IDE, cloud server will be there, and 100 GB of hard disk and 2 processors, Xeon processor at your disposal. So your system may be with less configuration, but the execution happens faster because you are working with cloud server. So this is the advantage. Now for blockchain, suppose if I want to do this, first I have to do installation. So to install, like normally we use pip for installation at command prompt, but in Python, in Google Colab, because it is Linux based environment, if you want to execute any command, Linux based command means command prompt, I have to start with exclamation. So I have to say pip. This is only in Google Colab. Otherwise, I can use pip simply. So I can say pip install whatever I want. So I have to use Web3. So we want Web3 here. Is the font okay, or do you want me to increase the size? Please somebody respond. Is the font okay? You are able to see it? I think it's okay. If it is visible properly to me, I think you should be able to see it. So it is installing Web3. So that is the important thing. And one more thing to note with Google Colab is, if you are installing the package, suppose if you are installing in your local system, it is permanently available. But if you are installing here Google Colab, this will be available only for the current session, because the package is installed in the local hard disk, because the hard disk, it is going to be used by so many people. So they'll remove all the extra files you have kept there once this session is over. If you want to do that, then again you have to reinstall. So once this installation is finished, you have to restart the environment. So that's what it is giving the message. So we are restarting. So it is okay now. Now I can check whether it is fine or not, because once I have this module, module in Python is collection of functions. It's a program, Python program, which has collection of functions or collection of classes. So Web3 module has Web3 class. So we want that Web3 class from that module. So we'll import that module from Web3 package module, from Web3 modules. So package here is called as module. From Web3 module, import the class Web3, because we are working with the class Web3. So we have to do this. This is the important step we have to do to check whether everything is okay or not. Till now it is fine or not, Web3 is available or not. Just type Web3 and execute that cell. So it says, OK, Web3 module has main module in that Web3 class. So it is giving the details. Now it's OK. Now, first we'll check whether we'll see the next step is connecting with the network. So what I'll do is I'll say connecting with network. Connecting with the network. So whichever network you want, you can connect. But you can connect and get the details, but only when you have ethers, you can actually do some transactions. Otherwise, you can just get the details. So to connect with the network, what you have to do is you have to take URL of the network. So to go get the URL of the network, so you go to this website. So the Infura website, because those URLs will be there. So if I take this, there is a main network. The main network URL is here. And if I take Gorley, Gorley network URL is this. And Cephalia network URL is this. Now I'll check mainnet. First, I'll try to connect, because anyhow, I'm not going to do any transaction with mainnet because I don't have the real ethers. So I'm taking the URL. So to connect to the network, first thing what we require is URL of the network, and then go to here and store that URL somewhere. So I'll say URL. I'm storing in a network as a string. So I need to store it as a string. That is one important thing. Once I have the network, use the class name to get connected. So connected, that you can do it with the class. So Web3 is the class. So I have to use for all jobs. We require this. Once we get the connection with the network, the object, we can use it. So the statement, what you have to first, we have to construct. So the constructor, what it does is it uses a factory method. You know, factory method. Factory method is the one which builds the objects. So it will have a connection to the network. So what we have to use is we have to use Web3 HTTP provider. HTTP provider. So it will the Colab help you to complete the typing. So give the URL. So this will connect to the URL. So that is one important thing. So if everything is OK, there is no error. Now check whether it is connected or not. So check whether it is connected or not. So for that, until unless it is connected, you cannot work it. So you take Web3, because now we have object. So you can say Web3 is connected. check whether it is connected or not. It's a method. So it is saying true. Okay, it is saying true. So that means we have connected with the main network. And if you want to get the latest block of transactions, we can get it. We can get the latest block of transactions. So I can take latest. I will say latest. That is the variable I'm creating. So W3. So for all my activities, I have to use W3. So which is the object. Now because it is related with Ethereum, so I have to take ETH object. So I'll say get block. This is to get the existing block in the network. You can get the data from the network, but not perform any transaction because you require the ethers. So the key, the word what you have to pass to get the latest block is latest. So once it is you get it, you can print it by using latest. So it is giving so much. These are the hash keys of the blocks, the transactions, different transactions in the block. We got the block. So see, the gas price is very important here. Base fee per gas. So this is actually decides how much ethers will be costed for any transaction, that gas price. So difficulty level, I told you the extra data, gas limit, some details are there, hash, all the details will be there. These are who is the miner. So miner, see, miner name is not coming. Hash key, I told you, everything is transparent, but at the same time, your privacy is protected. So if you are miner, who is the miner? We don't know until unless we know the hash of that particular miner. So everything is recorded, everything is transparent, but privacy is protected. Okay, so there is a nonce here. There is so many data items present in the. This is a real block because we have connected with the real network. So this is how we connect with the real network and get the data. Now because now I have next. So I have got the block. Next, what I'll do is I had to, because now for anything the wallet is important. So I had to get the wallet. So to get the wallet for, because we have connected with this network, we get the wallet for this network. So the wallet, we get it from MetaMask. So if I take the MetaMask, from MetaMask, we are going to get the wallet. So to get the wallet, see, if you want to get connected with the network, you require URL of the network. To get the wallet, we require this account number. So this account number is required to get the wallet. It is common for all the networks. You can observe the same account number common. Under this account, there are 3 networks, but the contract account will contain the ethers, but that is a different account. The external account, there is an account number. So now first I have connected with the network now. To do the next thing, what I had to do is I had to check how much amount is there, because unless there is amount, it is not possible to continue with the transaction. So create a wallet. If you take create a wallet, so I'll take wallet W3. Now I'll say to, this is the some method to check some address. So to get the wallet, we have to use check some address, means it will check the address whether it is valid or not, and it will get the balance wallet for that particular account. So I have copied the account number. So I'll execute this. Now I'll get the amount. So to get the amount, what I'll do is I had to use the balance method. So use print. Now it is wallet related. So wallet. What I'll do is I'll use ether dot W3. So all operations W3 ETH is common because it is related with ether. So you say get balance and give the wallet here. Now it will get the balance for that wallet. So it should be 0 because now we have connected with the main network. So the balance is 0 because when you take here, the balance whatever I have in main network is 0. So if I take this is account number and this is the network. So the amount is for network, not for the account. So the account will have three different networks. For every network, there is a balance. Now, if I take main network, I don't have any others. That's what I got it. Now, if I take the Gurli, there is an amount. Now, if I want to connect with Gurli network, what I have to do is repeat the same steps. I'll instead of this, so now I'll do it for because now main network just for checking whether I can connect it with or not with that or not. I have done it. Now my requirement is the test network because I have balance there and I don't require real ethers. So I need to use this network. So I'll say I'll copy this because till now I connected with the main network. So when I connect with the main network, it is of no use because I don't have any ethers. Now this is the network URL of main network because it is mainnet. You can observe there is mainnet Infura. Now if I want Gurli, take the URL of Gurli. So to take the URL of Gurli, go here and select Gurli. So when you select Gurli, there is URL present. Now copy this URL into the clipboard. Then come here. So go to collab again. And you actually replace this with a different URL. Now the URL is Gurli. Now once this is done, now repeat these steps. Now I have connected with the network. Now check whether it is connected or not. Latest block I don't require because it's a test network. Just to check what is there in the main network I have done. So I'll check whether it is connected with the network or not. It should be true. Then I'll get the wallet for this again because the wallet for the Gurli network I have to get it. So I'll get the wallet again for because now I have connected to the new network. So I have to get the wallet freshly. Then now if I print the balance. So there is a balance. This is actually I'm getting a huge number. It is actually the number whatever given is in hues. V's means it is a pies in rupee. So we are getting huge amount, but in fact it is not in ethers. So some disturbance. So it is not in ethers, it is in V's. V is actually, I think it is 10 power 12. I remember if I remember correctly. So it is a V. It is a V. V is 10 power minus V into 10 power 9 is 1 ether. I think so. 10 power 9. I think so. So now I want the this is OK. There is some balance. But if I take this. Balance whatever it is shown here, this is shown in ethers. So if I take it is shown in ethers, balance is shown in ethers. OK, what is this number? I'll check one. So if I take this. So if I take this balance, whatever I'm getting in ethers, so if I take this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. It is 10 power 18. Actually 10 power 18. V is equals to 1 ether. Now I want to get it in Ethers. So what I'll do is I'll say print. Now I want to convert that V's into Ethers. So W3, what I'll do, W3 from V's we have to convert into Ethers. So from V I have to convert into Ethers. So I'll say W3 dot ETH get balance that requires a wallet. So I'm passing the wallet. Now what we require is we want it in a Ether. So I have to type it Ether here. So it converts the V's into Ethers. Some error here, I think from V. Actually, it is actually what we say is it is title sensitive. So it is title case. So I had to use W here, capital. So I think now it should be OK. But it is saying ETH object has no attribute get balance. So spelling mistake. OK. Now we got it in ethers. So this is V's and this is an ether. So just I want to give you what value we got here because it is showing very huge, but it is not actually the ethers. It is in V's. One ether equals to 10 power 18 V's. So this is called as V, W-E-I-V. It is 10 power minus 18 of ether. So now we got a wallet which has some amount, and we got actually net. We are connected with network. We have a wallet. Now what we